Okay, so I've gone in, just so you can see on the screen here, guys, I've gone in at, just move this across a little bit. So I've gone in at £6 a point on each of these. You can see that there. So what I'm going to do is I've got a potential add-in now on Aussie NZ if we break these highs. So I could add another £3 into the trade. I've got that there, that's fine. I'm not adding in on pound Aussie unless the same thing happens. So I'm not going to add in unless that consolidates a bit more. It's not consolidated enough, but I'll get that ready just in case it does. So we'll see. So if we can get above 1128 here, I'll go in on the order on Aussie NZ just here. So I'll go in on the order and I'll just move my stop up a little bit. So I'll probably go just under the low of that candle. So just shave it, probably be about 33–40% less risk on that trade. And obviously, as I discussed last week, I will then, if I get stopped out, so let's say we go up and I get stopped out, then what I'll do is if I come down, get stopped out, I will watch and see if I would have been stopped out at my original level, because then the decision on that trade worked or the decision didn't work. Doesn't mean I won't change what I do, I'll just monitor that. That's the key. So yeah, so we'll see what goes on with those. Had a little bit of a jolt down there on the last 5-minute candle, so we'll see. Get down to 188. That would be nice, just above. If we consolidate again around this level, because I've got clean air, so if we do put in another consolidation, I will consider adding in. I didn't add in up here, so if we put in another consolidation, I will consider adding in. So bring the close box up like that. It's a fair distance away. But what I'd look to do is I just bring that down to 6. So I've got the close box ready at 6. That means it will close 2 of my 3 lots. One lot on this scenario being £3 a point. So if I was to close that, it would bank out those 2 and leave that one in the trade. It's still a winning trade and I'm still up for the day, but I've got all this potential room to see if I can run the remaining. So if you imagine it's like 3 lots of £3 a point. I sell this one, and see if I can run that one further down. But bring my stop to break even, so the trade is a no-lose trade. Okay, so we're coming in here, retesting the lows. See if we can retest these lows. Right, a couple of points away from target here. Let's see if we can get there. Okay, we've got it here. So we've hit target. I'm going to close out this section here. So close out £3 a point there. And then close £3 a point out there as well. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and move my stop on this trade, move my stop to 0. So now my stop's at 0. So this trade cannot lose me any money. I'm going to see though, based on the overall momentum. Okay, you can see here I've got one losing trade here on Aussie NZ. We traded this live in the room, so you can see there's £6 a point. That was a long trade. That was a loser for £76. But you can see I've banked 2/3 of my winning trade. So I've banked a £3 a point short and a £3 a point short. You saw me do that live. So I've banked there, as you can see, so banked 365 and a loss so far of 76. So although I've had one winner, one loser, you can see I've banked significantly more on the winner. And as you can see here, I've still got that third running on the trade. I'm looking to see if that can get down, as you can see here, and move down further. Alright, I'll keep you updated. What I'll do, however, if before I go out this afternoon, if we break this low, we've got a nice clear high here. What I will do is I will lock that profit in. So if we come down from where we are and take these lows out, bearing in mind my target for this trade is the second blue line just here. Obviously I've banked 2 lots, as I've already explained. I've got this one lot. If we break these lows and I am around, then I'll do that. If I'm not around, then what I'm going to do is put a limit order in. So it'll either stop me out at break even or get there if it hits either of those whilst I'm out. Okay, so as I said, if we broke that low, I'd put a stop. I'd move my stop down from entry just below these highs, and I'll put a limit order in there. So let's do that. And remember, this is the last third of this trade. So I'm trying to run this a little bit to see what it can do. So I'm going to put my stop in. So the high on that candle is
Just need to move this across like that. That's the high. Now I'm going to put that, because we've got the spread a little bit higher, so 188.15. I'm going to put the limit order in now down here, so I'm looking at 18704 on there. 04, pop that in. 8704, pop that in. So I'm going to amend that. So that's now in. So if you look at that position, if we hit either of these two lines whilst I'm out at the gym, then it'll either close me out for some profit or close me out at my target. So we'll come back and see what's happening later. Okay, you can see we've come down. I've just got back from the gym. You can see we've come down and hit the target of 18704 just there. You can see it's just closed off. So the last third of that trade is now finished.